What's up, everybody? It is officially, I think it's a Tuesday, November 29th, and welcome to Sky Harbor International Airport in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Slavin. I will be your host for today. I'm kind of in the middle of a between shoots right now, so I won't be live for long, but figured we'd come hang out here at this spot, and after that I'm trying to figure something out. Alright, dude, I'm coming. What is going on? There we go. People are stupid. Anyways, welcome everybody. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving and you spent it with your family. It's another work week. We'll get through this together. Also, I didn't realize that the plane spotting community is extremely freaking soft, man. People get butthurt over the stupidest things, and I said some things that pissed off a lot of people last time, and this is what I tell you. Be adults, deal with it. Anyways, we're going to watch this 737 takeoff. My phone is at 6%. I feel like a crackhead at Circle K. So there we go. We're going to have a takeoff. Okay. So the plane over there, as you guys saw, the 747, I believe that belongs to the Qatari family. Yes, we're on the south side here of the airport, so we're gonna stream for like an hour because I gotta build up the stupid algorithm stuff. But I kind of like this place. A lot of people are like, oh, go to the garage, but honestly the garage gets kind of pricey because if you think about it, every time I go to the garage it's about $24, and yeah, it adds up. Like, you do 10 garage strips, that's $240 right there. So at the end of the day, doesn't pay off, to be honest. I love plane spotting, but I also like saving money, so I'd rather save money than pay for stuff and then get people to get pissed at me for some reason. But yeah, you can tell it's kind of a slow time right now at the airport. We usually get a lot more business, so it's pretty neat to see. Man, I'm tired. It's been one of those days today. Looks like we have a special livery over there. Maybe Missouri one, not quite sure. I know we have a bunch of Southwest special liveries. And over there, it looks like we have our 777 has pushed out, the one that's going to be headed to Dallas, but chances are it's going to be taken off on the north runway. I don't think we're going to get lucky to get it taken off on this side. So, but yeah, last time this plane, the 747, was here, they flew it in from LAX. Usually they don't have spots for it there. So I bet you it's a little bit cheaper. But I'd hide in the US anyways because their team sucks at the World Cup, and that's a very controversial World Cup. Like, so many people died to build those stadiums, and people are like, yes, sports. So FIFA is a very corrupt government body, or like the sports body. So that's how they were awarded the World Cup, if you think about it. Also, there's been some controversy at the World Cup. So the Croatian fans decided to put a bunch of Nazi memorabilia out and torment one of my Serbian countrymen. So they basically ethnically cleansed an entire region of the Serbian population, and then they were bragging about it. So that's kind of disrespectful. Like, so if anybody else had done that stuff, they would easily be in some hot water. But what the history of that country is, from 1941 till 1944, you had the independent state of Croatia, which was a fascist state that ended up killing almost 700,000 of my people, and then killed a couple of 100,000 Jews. They were never prosecuted, and sadly Croatia is still somewhat of a fascist state, in my opinion. There's a lot of fascist support and sentiment there, and it showed at the World Cup. So that is one of the things I'd like to share with you guys. There was in 1995, they had Operation Storm, which expelled over 280,000 Serbs from their ancestral homelands, and they still celebrated with like Nazi salutes. And every year they have a meeting in Bleiburg, Austria. It's kind of like a big march for them. But yep, they're scumbag fans, and if you root for that country, you should probably reevaluate it, because they're terrible people. So that's a history. A little bit of a history lesson. I'd like to teach you guys some stuff. So back to aviation. So let's figure it out. There we have our little Delta Connect over there. That's the plane that's going to be headed to LAX. And it looks like the 777 is moving, so. I had the pleasure a few days ago of actually being invited to kind of get some photos on the air side, and it was actually really cool being so close to the planes. I got a kind of like a private tour for a good hour to go and explore, so it was pretty sweet. Yep, they were extremely sponsored by the Germans, and they did a lot of crazy stuff. And the funny thing is, most of their country is now owned by the Germans, which is kind of hilarious. Yugoslavia wasn't perfect, but it was a lot better than what is remaining of it. Also, the USA beat Iran, which is pretty neat. Alrighty. Let's watch this thing take off. We have a Delta, it looks like probably a 767 that's taken off. Alright. Using up most of the runway. Okay, that is a A321. How's it going? I'm just streaming, man. I do plane spotting, so we stream on YouTube, and people watch it all over the world. So.
Okay. I mean, hey, I'll try to wait till you got finished.
Nah, dude, you're good, man.
Actually, cut.
Cut, yeah.
I mean, I just want to see what you got going on. I thought you were walking a dog at first. I'm like,
nah, dude.
Dog.
honestly, you look insane when you talk on the microphone. It's kind of funny.
Okay. That's all right. So you can do that up here, or you go to like different types of airports?
Probably all different types of airports. I started doing it maybe like 3 months ago, so it's fun. I get off of work, it's either sit in traffic or come here for an hour. I'd rather be here for an hour.
I can dig it.
Heck yeah, man.
I'm gonna let you do what you do, man.
Perfect.
Hey, how's it up, Figgy? Hey, let me he's gonna bust some shit up.
Nah, you're good, man. That's a good spot, man. It's a beautiful spot. Alrighty, we have our Southwest plane. Hey Greg, how are you doing, buddy? What's up, Todd? I'm gonna try my best to monitor these. The chat, but it's sometimes a little more difficult. It's kind of warm here today. It's like 71 degrees, guys. So, oh yeah, I forgot to upload the graphics. We have new graphics for the site. And the 777 just took off on the other side. I see it. So, here we go. We're waiting for the Southwest to move. So, let's watch this Southwest land. Pretty nice landing, pretty soft. Yeah, I believe we do have some specials, so I'm gonna move slowly so you guys don't get sick from this. But here comes the A321. I'm a big fan of these planes. I love seeing the jet blast behind them. Alrighty, let's watch this take off. So let's see where this is going to be headed. So he is headed to Minneapolis, and then right after there's another plane. We're going to track the second one. The second one is headed to Atlanta. So it's typically Minneapolis and Atlanta that these planes go to. But yeah, we do have, it looks like that is one of the specials we have. Most likely it looks like Missouri one. So here's our flight that's going to be headed to Atlanta. So I'm in a little fantasy football league, and it's basically an 8-way tie for first place. Everybody is 7-5. So it's a pretty competitive league. This is crazy about aviation. This thing's like a couple of 100 tons, and it's going to basically take off due to just the air going over the foils. Ah, good stuff. There's our tower over there. You can see it. Typically I'm on that garage, but you know, in order to save some money, I decided I will be here. I have to do a bunch of edits when I come home. I'm way behind on editing right now, so that stuff has to get done, because if edits don't get done, I don't get paid. If I don't get paid, I can't buy stuff. Watching a little A320 landing above me, pretty cool. Hopefully we get like one of the MDs or A300 to come through. once those planes come through around this time, it would make for a really nice shot. Alright, let's see. Will he take off just in the nick of time? And he does. And looks like we have a big plane on the move. It's a Boeing 767 operated by Prime Air. So you can actually take a look at it over there. It's coming to life. Probably headed to Chicago to RFD. Maybe one day we'll go there. It's just I do a lot of contract work, and when I'm out of town, I can sometimes lose out on a lot of money. So hence why I work a lot. And it sucks. This inflation is just god awful. If the politicians are telling you this is the best economy ever, probably for them, because they're doing a bunch of insider trading. Because I know a lot of people are struggling. So it's like screw you guys. Like, pay us more. But there's our 767. It's wild to see how Prime Air has kind of built up such a huge presence everywhere. I heard rumblings that they may actually open up something in Goodyear Airport. And over there we do have our business jets. So this is the cool thing about Sky Harbor. We may not get large planes, but we do get quite the variety. So we have a Embraer Brasilia over there that is taxiing, probably operated by either Barry's Aviation or Ameriflight. So that's pretty neat. It's always good to see. And then you may get to see a really cool takeoff. The Brasilia right there, and then there's a CRJ that's about to roll into shot. And he's airborne right now. So let's wait for that 767 to line up. So I can plug in some stuff. Okay guys, I am back. I just set stuff up. But over there we do have what looks like a Canyon Blue livery that's just turned on. They're gonna be probably waiting for the Amazon plane to get into position. I don't know if you guys tuned in on my attempt at a long live stream before everything went to hell. We actually caught the brand new Colleen Barrett livery coming in. Tim, Biden's America, Trump's America, both parties are responsible for inflation. I think we should end the Fed. We should just audit them because it sucks, man. And this administration seems to be a bunch of freaking idiots. Like, I just want to have a normal person, man. Like, literally somebody that'll actually work for the American people. That's literally what I want. We should have term limits. That's what we should do. We should have a cat. Let's have a cat as president. Or we should have Kyle from this chat. Also, apologize for making him into an admin. That was literally the 10 minutes of chaos we did not need. So check out the size difference between the 767 and the 737. This is going to be pretty cool. Honestly, that's what we should do, because it's funny money. It's not backed by anything, and it's funny. People think Federal Reserve, oh, it must be federal. No, it's a private bank. They're loaning money, and then we're sending billions overseas. Like, dude, stop. If you can send billions overseas, you can keep money here. And personally, I think, especially when it comes to like the whole student loan forgiveness, why don't you just forgive people that started businesses that failed during the pandemic? Those people take risks. Check this thing out. Here's our 767 headed to Chicago or Rockford or whatever RFD. I'm next to a dump, so you're gonna hear a bunch of beeping noises from all the trucks. Can you imagine being Jeff Bezos and having this much money to have your own airline? So, welcome to our channel. If it's your first time on here, come enjoy the ride. We're not like your standard plane spotting channel. We like to talk about life, talk about everything, and watch airplanes. We are eventually going to move to a format where we're going to basically kind of almost be like a interview slash whatever we decide to do. So we'll ask some questions and watch aviation, and then yeah, that's about it. Look at that thing. That thing is huge. I think when it comes to the end of its life cycle, I think the 767 is going to be one of Boeing's most successful planes. I think they've stopped producing them for passenger service, and the frame is being primarily produced for freighters. So, all right, let's go up. And the 747 program is officially coming to an end. So I think the end of the year, the final body is going to be delivered, and that's it. The era of the big planes is coming to an end. We're going to see a lot of these twin engine crafts as airlines move more towards a more efficient engine setup and savings for fuel. Kind of doesn't make sense having the big gas guzzling planes. I know I saw somewhere in the news that the company Atlas Airlines purchased a couple of Boeing 777-200s. They're going to start using them, so that's kind of cool. Hey, I'm all for companies expanding their fleets, and if it gets more people flying, that's all that matters. Todd, I don't think that might fly. Like, you're gonna have one pilot, but all it's gonna take is one terrible tragedy, and that is gonna be put to the end. Because if you think about it, I know recently there was an incident where a pilot took off and basically had a heart attack and passed away. So can you imagine if you had a single person plane or a single crew plane and that ended up happening? Yeah. But as with everything, money talks. So companies want to save money, and while they want to save money, yeah, doesn't make any sense. Also, the Phoenix Rising, we have a little soccer team here in the valley. They're actually going to be building their new stadium right next to the airport. It's going to be like a little field. So that's going to be interesting to see. We could go watch soccer and plane spot. That'd be pretty fun, wouldn't it? So remember, click that like button. It does help our channel. It does help the algorithm discover us, and helps other viewers like you that enjoy aviation keep in touch. We are also on Instagram, and we are going to be doing another meetup event on December 17th. So stay tuned for details Also, special thanks to everybody. Special thanks to Casey, Gavin, Leo, Jason, John, all you guys. If I missed you, I'm sorry. For all of you that showed up last time, that was actually a really fun event. Quinn, we got Quinn. And Leah. These things look so freaking sleek, taking off. A little PJ. And the necessary evil is going to be popping out through here. Spirit Airlines should be making its cameo any second now as it goes over the bridge. Yeah, the Coyotes are building their arena right next to Tempe. I honestly think that team is just a joke, man. They've gotten so many new arenas, like, just stop. Like, people don't support them, and apparently it's going to interfere with the operations of Sky Harbor. I don't know if I believe that. I think just Phoenix angling for their angling. There it is. Is that the necessary evil? Yep, the necessary evil has arrived. Banana jet. In all its glory. But it's cool. It's cool seeing it. So I'm gonna try and pop on flight radar to see what is arriving. Apparently seems to be an extremely slow day here today. We do have a MD-11 that's about 12 minutes out. Chances are, hopefully he does land on this side, because if he does, that makes it more fun for us. We get to see one of the large planes come in. But Phoenix is a pretty interesting airport. For our size, we get a lot of traffic, but most of our planes tend to be smaller, like the Airbuses over there and Boeings. And we will occasionally get one of the larger planes, like we'll get like a 747, we get an A350 that's operated by British Airways, and then we'll get a 777 every now and then. And here we have what appears to be a Boeing 737 operated by American Airlines taxiing over. But personally, I'm going to be biased. I think it's the best airport when it comes to photography. I think Phoenix is a really good plane spotting location. You can actually photograph a lot of cool freaking planes here and get different elements. Like, especially when you get a special livery. We have our United. There's our operations people. Probably doing a runway check right now. Making sure there's no debris. Probably that's what they're doing. That's what I personally think they're doing. I gotta be talking on my butt. So we have our American Airlines. So that American Airlines flight that we are looking at is actually going to be headed to Chicago. And then we have a United that's going to be headed to Denver. So the United is next. The 737 is such a freaking old design. I believe it's like a stretched out 727 and then eventually became the 737. So we are here just hanging out for possibly like an hour. Hey, Upton's mom. Also, some of you on the last stream asked me if I'm going to do any memberships. I may just do a couple of emojis and stuff, and maybe like just charge like $5 so you guys can get exclusive content and stuff, just to kind of cover some of my costs. But like I always tell you, easiest way for you to help me is just click that like. That does marvels. Help the others discover me, and pretty sure I probably have some haters on here watching, because anytime I say anything stupid, people send me a message. Meh, 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 meh. Grow up. There we go. That looks like a Boeing 737 MAX operated by Southwest. Look at those engines, man. I really hope we got that MD-11 on this side. That'd be sick. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Who here has seen the movie Living in the Age of Airplanes? Like I said again, who has seen the movie Living in the Age of Airplanes? Say yes or no. And if you haven't, and if you're a plane spotter, I strongly recommend you watch it. It is freaking beautiful. Beautiful cinematography. Really beautiful cinematography on it. Like if you're into filmmaking and aviation, that is one of the best freaking, it's a really good freaking movie for you to catch. Alright, I'm gonna check the chat for a little bit. You can find it here. Let me find a clip for it. Okay, I just posted a clip. You'll see it's some of the most beautiful cinematography you will see. If you get an opportunity, watch it. What is going on at that plane? Look. He looks like he has a little visor. He has a paint chip that looks like it's a visor. Yeah, how you doing, man? What's your name?
I saw you come up on YouTube.
Yeah?
And I was in the area, so I was like, I gotta stop by and check it out.
Yeah, stop by, man. There's a MD-11 coming in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna go for the north side though.
I think it's coming this way.
It's not too far out, it's fairly close now.
Yeah, it's close by. Alrighty, we're watching this take off. So yeah, I dropped a link for that movie. If you get an opportunity to watch it, it came out in 2015. It's narrated by Harrison Ford. He actually is a private pilot, not the best private pilot because he's trying to land in a couple of taxiways, but he's nevertheless, it's always good to have a good aviation nerd. Also, shout out to my buddy Corey, who is always somehow flying when I'm streaming.
Coming this way.
Do you see it?
I see it on Flight Radar 24.
Yeah.
It's the final.
Yeah, typically around this time, if it's slow, is that a Honda? Typically, if it's slow around this time, we will get the heavies here. Yeah, that.
I have seen them go to the north side before.
Yeah, at the last minute, man. It sucks. Okay, we are going to be getting an MD. Kind of excited for it, to be honest.
There it is.
Is that the next? Is it next? Whew. How's your day going, sir? Pretty good?
Pretty good. I live stream also, and I just popped into your chat while I was eating my lunch. I was streaming earlier today.
Yeah.
And I finished and went out to get some lunch after I finished, and I popped open my YouTube.
Yeah.
So I saw your stream come up, and I was like, "Damn, I was right there."
You're like, dang it. Yeah, I usually come here after work, man.
I was on Terminal 4 North Side Garage.
Nice, man.
So I was up there for a couple of hours, but my internet connection was getting real spotty.
Yeah, the internet at Sky Harbor is not the best, man.
It was buffering like crazy, and that's not an internet.
It's right afterwards.
All right, it's the next one.
So we have an Embraer.
So I got the China Airlines A350 taken off.
Awesome.
We also had a go-round. There was an American A320 that landed, and a Southwest coming in after him. I guess a little bit too close. Airbus didn't get off the runway in time, so he just pulled it up, pulled it out.
Seems to happen quite often nowadays here at Sky Harbor. A lot of go-arounds.
First time I saw what happened.
All right, we have a UPS MD-11 coming in.
Right in front of me, and I was like, wow. But no other specials, just the usual assortment of A321s.
Yeah.
I had like 5 of them parked at 5 consecutive gates, all A321s.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get some variety here at Sky Harbor.
No specials today either. Of course, I was on the north side, so I didn't. They got here just after American landed from London, so I couldn't set up a streaming time, but I got out the camera. Got some pictures of it. Looks like One World living here today.
Yep. There we have it. Such a freaking beautiful plane. This is McDonnell Douglas answer to the 747. Well, at least we got one large aircraft coming in, which is pretty neat. We did recently start getting a couple of services consisting of 787s that are basically operated by American Airlines going to Hawaii. So that's always neat seeing those planes. So usually Hawaii, Philadelphia, Chicago sometimes will be served by those. I believe that is a Horizon Air. It looks like a Horizon Air in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I could be right. It is the honoring those who serve special livery. The era of the tri-jet is coming to an end, Todd, if you think about it. Even the FedEx and UPS ones are eventually going to reach their life cycle and be replaced. I see at Goodyear, I see a lot of the 777s that are being stored, and a company called Aerologic actually had a few of their planes converted over at Goodyear. If you guys haven't been to Arizona, there's a secondary airport out in Goodyear, Arizona, where they store a lot of planes for either recycling or just...
Horizon honoring those who serve is coming in.
Yeah, I saw it. Let's see, usually whenever we get these planes, we will get them in groups. Apparently no other groups of random big heavies has come in. Nice, so you guys are getting Iceland there. Also, for all of you guys that asked for stickers, that basically I sent out the stuff the other day. I kind of sucked at sending stuff up. So Christine, I sent you stickers. Tony, all you guys. Yeah, Lufthansa has a training academy. The German airline Lufthansa has a training academy over at Goodyear. So that is always always neat. I actually, a few years ago, I went over there. They had an airplane called the Solar Impulse. It's the first plane to fly around the world on solar power, and I got to see it. It was freaking cool. I know that Horizon Airways has a brand new livery that's kind of like their retro. I'm honestly really excited to see that thing. We had two of the honoring those who serve. We had the 737, and now we have this little thing. So welcome everybody. If it's your first time on the channel, click like, subscribe. Ooh, it looks like we have a Falcon. Come on, take off. I want to film the Falcon. Come on. There we go. He is airborne. So speaking of tri-jets, I believe this specific plane belongs to the company Honeywell Aerospaces. 3 engines is always better than 1 if you look at it. But the problem with the tri-jets is typically maintenance is a little bit more difficult to try to get to the engine and stuff. Look at that thing. That thing is actually pretty nice looking. Cool.
Delta just flew directly overhead.
There's a couple of top aces fighter jets flying. They provide adversary training. They're flying from Mesa to Luke Air Force Base. I think they're above. All right, do you think he's going to catch up to the SkyTrain? And the answer is yes. He should be pretty light, so he'll be airborne very quickly. Okay, I'm taking a wild guess where the Delta that we just saw is going. I'm gonna say Seattle, because I always get it wrong. I always say Salt Lake City or JFK, and this time I'm saying Seattle because I always get it wrong. So watch, it's not even gonna be Seattle.
Could be Detroit.
Probably. It's gonna like throw me off for a loop every time, every freaking time. Let's see how wrong I was. Oh, I was right. Seattle. Get on my level, people. I know Delta has been experimenting here at Sky Harbor utilizing buses to ferry passengers since they don't have the necessary gate space. And I know on December 17th there's actually going to be an A350 coming in from Minneapolis. One of my friends messaged me that he's going to be on there. So we're going to start getting an A350 coming from Minneapolis, and it may kind of make more sense if you think about it. Instead of sending multiple planes, just put everyone on one. All the snowbirds are coming in here. But yeah, that's one of the specials here, sitting.
So you use OBS too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I use. How's your internet connection doing?
Pretty good. It does well. It has its moments, as any internet connection here in Phoenix.
So you're using AT&T?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I use T-Mobile.
Yeah, it has, every one of them has issues, man. We're running on one tower here at the airport. That's why. So they're departing to Seattle. Also, it looks like Denver got totally fleeced with the Russell Wilson trade. Literally, that guy has hit a wall. There's actually an account that follows if he's actually going to throw more touchdowns or have more bathrooms in his house. He has 12 bathrooms. He's thrown 7 touchdowns all year. That's how bad he has been. That barbed wire really screws up the shots.
Yeah, that's why whenever I want to shoot something, I go down over there. The sidewalk's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Further down, and you get above that fence. But then there's still some runway lights that get in the way.
Everything at Sky Harbor gets in the way. And they're departing for Seattle. I don't know if I can continue the tradition of doing push-ups for every like, because it's kind of starting to tire me out.
I never streamed from this location before. I thought about it.
Get some shady people here.
Yeah, I don't have a cart though. I'd have to put all my stuff on the
bench.
benches up there and do it from up there.
I'm like,
You really got to have a mobile cart for this.
this cart costs like $2,400.
Oh yeah.
Everything I own is like.
This ain't the Walmart special, is it?
Go to Harbor Freight Tools. Harbor Freight Tools has a lot of good stuff. Just don't buy the jack stands because they'll crush you. The Harbor Freight, if you guys don't know, if you buy anything from Harbor Freight, it's like 50-50. It's either going to work or it has the potential to kill you. There was an issue with the jack stands. They recently were, people were having issues where they would just collapse, and that's not good.
Ugh.
So I guess a lot of the structure of Sky Harbor, how it was built, they actually thought of using natural ways of how to keep it cool. So this window that we're actually looking at, before 9/11, if you guys were lucky enough to travel, you could actually get some really beautiful shots. And I know Ontario Airport in California is doing a buddy pass. So let's say if your family or significant other is flying out, they can put you in a buddy pass and you can go through TSA. I really wish Sky Harbor would do something similar, because I would love to get in there and take some.
Airports have started doing it again.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh does it,
Yeah.
and there's a couple out there. Sky Harbor should do it though. I mean, if they're going to be America's friendliest airport,
Oh yeah.
live up to their name, then they got to do it.
I wish Sky Harbor would dedicate more of their time to actually improving some of the marketing stuff they have, because some of the stuff they post is like, come on man, you could do better than that.
America's friendliest airport.
Yeah. Meet me in Cancun March 1st. Are you inviting me to Cancun? Where's Tony? We haven't seen Tony. Also, I don't know where UAL has been. We haven't seen that dude in ages. So, I could do 43 push-ups. So, Detroit does the friend pass? That's pretty cool. Okay, let's take a look. I am pretty sure this plane is actually going to be...
But you can't shoot anything in Detroit because of the dots on the windows.
Yeah, you can't shoot anything in Detroit because of the dots on the windows.
Yeah, those stupid those little round dots on their terminal windows.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep it cool, I guess. But
there we have a 737 coming from Burbank, and I think he's going to be landing on 25 right, which is actually a really good runway to get a close-up of the planes.
oh, there's one right overhead.
Pretty smooth landing by the Southwest. And looks like we have a 767 getting ready to depart. Beautiful plane.
Are they going to come down to go on 7 right or 25 right?
Yeah, they have to take off unless they're empty, but it looks like he's full. Looks like we have another Delta in the back. Pretty neat seeing these things, isn't it, guys? I do not know when it's departing. I think it's going to be here for a little bit. It just depends on whenever the family decides. Chances are it's going to be ferried over to LA because that plane is actually being stored here because I guess LA didn't have the ramp spaces for it. It's a big business jet, can you imagine? Paid for by your oil, by the way, all of our oil. The world on time, and they're always punctually late. But these are typically some of the large planes we get here at Sky Harbor. Took off my jacket and I'm getting really chilly. I also had Little Caesars thin crust pizza and my stomach is raving, but I am going to start fasting after today. I will fast for Orthodox Christmas. So I'm going to fast for almost like 40 days, which is going to be very interesting. I get very angry when I'm hungry, and I will be hungry a lot. So here we have the 767. Prepping for its departure. Also, if you guys are looking for a really good entry-level, actually professional camera, Canon refurbished website is currently selling a Canon EOS RP for legitimately a steal. It's like $590. But that camera is usually $1,200. So just remember, our channel does run on your guys' support, so you guys can click the like. That does help me out quite a bit. So if you haven't clicked like, click like. If you feel like you want to donate something, you can donate some money, but you don't have to. Look how beautiful that looks. The lighting and everything is just perfect. It's hitting it right. Had we been on the garage, that thing would be backlit and we wouldn't be able to film anything. Whew. I'm gonna go put on my jacket very quickly. It's actually right underneath my cart. I have the little production cart set up for this, which is nice. It's made its money worth.
We got a couple of good shots.
Check in, man.
FedEx came out nice.
Especially when the lighting hits them right, man. That is like...
Yeah, it's like we're just there now, but we're losing it.
Yeah. It's wild how quickly we lose lighting here.
And it's so short in the winter.
Lighting is spot on right now for the next like 5 or 10 minutes, and after that it's gonna dip very quickly. And looks like we have a Volaris coming in. where everybody says it makes their eyes glitch. Special shout out to Zane in Texas. Told you I'd give you a shout out on my channel, so hopefully you watch to this point and you hear it. Hopefully your school is going well for you, dude. It's always a pleasure to meet all you guys and all the fans that come. Yep, Eichmann says most, just read his comment because I already forgot what he said, but a lot of them will take off from 25 right and left just for, it's a long runway. And I think 26 or 8 is one of our longer runways. So in case there's any emergencies, they typically end up using those just in case. So let's see if we can see the poop truck. Maybe one of them will be driving through. Since all you guys keep asking about it, we shall find it.
Well, there have been a few takeoffs of the American 777 on the south side.
Yeah, they've had quite a few recently.
I've had a couple on my stream. I've seen a couple on yours. But it's funny how they're the only ones who do it. Because like British Airways, never. China, never. Condor, never.
I've seen British Airways once take off on the south side, and that was like middle of the night. They were like delayed by like, they were just delayed.
Maybe it's a noise ordinance issue.
Probably. Let's see, typically the truck drives over here. So just like that, Sky Harbor is now officially dead. There's like nothing moving, nothing coming in. So it's crazy how quickly the airport, like if you come in the morning from like, let's say from
Check
6.
out, American's One World from earlier.
That's awesome, man.
195 coming in.
Heck yeah.
Got the One World livery.
Yeah, it's neat seeing them. I think British Airways is going to bring back the 777 a few times a week.
Oh, man, should they bring back the 74?
I wish, man. So our British Airways flight used to be operated by Boeing 747, but when they initially started, it was actually a DC-10, and eventually during the pandemic, they just decided to scrap the 747.
I took a plane spotting trip in 2019 to Houston. Shot the British, the BOAC Heritage livery.
Oh, heck yeah.
I got it landing and taking off. And man, I'm glad I did because like a year later, COVID, and they're all gone.
Yeah, COVID changed a lot of air travel. You look at it, the A380 is being scrapped. Singapore Airlines has a plane they got delivered in 2010. It's already gone. It's literally flew for 9 years and was scrapped. Like that is
There's still A380s and LAX.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them over there.
Mostly Emirates, Qantas. I know China Airlines just retired theirs. All right, we have an American Airlines 737.
One of these days, I'd like to take the stream up to Deer Valley. Go up to their observation deck up there. It's a really cool place.
Oh yeah, they used to have a restaurant there, but not anymore.
I think they still do, but it's only open like from 12 to 2 or something like that.
All right.
But you're like on the observation deck. You're like literally right above the planes. You're like right there.
Heck yeah.
It's kind of just like Santa Monica, California. And, I went up there a few weeks ago. It's a really nice place to hang out on the observation deck.
Oh, it is. This plane is headed to San Francisco. The lighting is just hitting him just right. And looks like right behind it we have a Volaris plane coming in, probably headed to Guadalajara. You can see it taxiing right behind. Get some rest, man.
Now.
Take care, brother.
But I'll check out. I'll keep checking out the streams and.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, come out, man. Oh yeah.
In the morning, all you get is the climates.
Yeah. That's a nice spot for streaming.
I have to come here like in an afternoon someday.
If I had my stickers here, I'd give you a sticker, but I don't have any.
Yeah, I met Kevin Ray when he came here last year, and I got his little goodie bag. AVL goodie bag. But,
Well, come out to the next meetup, man. We're gonna do another meetup. So come out, there's food. People from YouTube donate for it, so we make sure we're building a community here. That's the main reason I'm doing this. Because I feel like LA has their community and Phoenix should have their own, because why should California have all the cool stuff?
Airline videos, Kevin, like he is the community. Like he's like, I don't know how that dude does it, man. Yeah. He's out there on Sundays for like 11 hours straight. He puts up the behind the scenes camera so that you can actually, you actually know that he's there and he's not like hiding anywhere.
Yeah.
Dude is like beast mode when it comes to streaming.
Take care, brother.
Next time, man.
See you, man. And we have a Volaris Los Trujillo. Whew. Ready for some rest, my friends. I'm going to try my best to pay attention to you guys as much as I can, so apologize if I've kind of been a jerk and haven't paid attention. And the Volaris is powering up. So let's get a couple more planes, and then I think the potato cam is basically going to be obsolete, and we will call it a day for the stream. I gotta go home and I gotta sit in front of a computer for like 7 straight freaking hours. Whoops. All right. And they're airborne. Pretty crazy how quiet it's gotten here. Literally nothing is moving. So anyways, guys, hopefully you guys are having a good week so far. Today is Tuesday. We're almost to the halfway point. So now this is just going to be the waiting game to see if anything else departs. Chances are it is not departing. So let me see what we have arriving into Sky Harbor. So it looks like our next plane that I will be able to film is a Honda business jet that's coming in very shortly. He is about a few miles away from the airport, like 2 miles away. No, it's actually a Hawker, never mind, I thought it was a Honda. And we have an American Airlines A320, but pretty much nothing is coming in, nothing is going out. With the exception of maybe that Southwest that's pushing out. Remember, guys, we do have a Discord. You guys can actually join the Discord and continue the conversation when I'm not live. And then just remember, be nice to each other. Don't be jerks. I get messages that people are being jerks. And over there we have the United. Looks like a United, like old Continental livery. That United is going to be headed to LAX. United 1885 off to LAX. Yeah, it's wild to see that Sky Harbor is actually on like a little hill. You can see they actually climbed the hill, but that's probably just for water to roll through. So welcome everybody. I know I have to say this because that's what YouTube tells me, but welcome to the channel. Click the like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. There you go. I said it. Don't yell at me, YouTube. So it's going to be like a short hour and 15-minute flight to LAX for this bad boy. And then right behind it, looks like we have an Airbus A321. My guess probably headed to Philadelphia, or I could be terribly wrong. Yep, headed to Philadelphia, American Airlines 1294. I think he actually might get priority over the United, because it's a heavier plane and they're probably delayed. And here comes our Philadelphia bound A321. And I think once the United takes off, I may call it a stream, guys. It's a great way to end it with this beautiful freaking lighting and everything that all the elements have kind of fallen in our favor for this. That Boeing business jet looks so freaking majestic. Can you imagine having that much freaking money where you can just buy a 747 for you and your family? Like, gee whiz. But anyways, guys, just want to thank you all for tuning in for the last hour. Appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know when the next time I'll be live is, to be honest. I have a lot of stuff I need to get done. Possibly maybe if I do have free time, Friday. But if all else fails, maybe like December 8th might be like the next time I'm here. So let's watch this bad boy. Thank you, Joe. And we're watching this bad boy go. So let's watch the takeoff, and I will call it a night, my friends. Nice departure by the United, and let's go take a look. Maybe I can see the poop truck anywhere. You can actually see over the bridge there's actually a little backup right now. So we're getting the Southwest going over. Alrighty friends, have a wonderful night. I will leave you with this final shot of a 747 lifting off.